A mum was reportedly murdered by the Taliban after they stormed into her family home and forced her to cook for them. The shocking account is one of a number of horrifying stories that have emerged since Kabul was seized by the Taliban at the weekend. Ministers have announced plans to help Afghans fleeing the Taliban, and the country will see about 20,000 refugees given sanctuary in the coming years. The Taliban has said it will guarantee safety for those who previously opposed them and that it will uphold women's rights, but within Sharia law. Foreign policy experts have expressed deep skepticism over the claims and warned that Afghans could once again face brutal oppression. In a heart-wrenching account reported by CNN, Naya, not her real name, was said to have been at home with her 3 young sons and daughter in village in northern Afghanistan when Taliban militants knocked on her door. Her daughter, named in the report as Maniza, 25, knew they were coming as they had done the same the previous 3 days, demanding she cook for more than a dozen fighters. In a devastating account, Maniza said the Taliban started beating her mum after she said she was too poor to cook for them, before collapsing after she was struck with guns. Before leaving, the brutal militants threw a grenade into a room and fled as the flames from the blast spread. Maniza said after the attack, which took place on July 12, the mum of 4 died as a result of the beating. The Taliban denied killing Naya, but this was disputed by witnesses and local officials who confirmed the death of a 45-year-old woman whose home had been set on fire. A neighbor who yelled at the men to stop said many women in the village were the widows of Afghan soldiers. She said they earn a living selling milk, but the Taliban won't allow that, and added, "We don't have men in our house, what shall we do? We want schools, clinics and freedom like other women, men, other people." The woman's account is not the first horrific story to have emerged in recent days. Another mum who was tortured by the Taliban when she was 2 months pregnant says she fears for the future of women as the militant group would feed them to the dogs. Khatara, 33, speaking from Delhi, said she had her eyes gouged out in an attack that had been conspired by her own dad, a former Taliban fighter. In a heart-wrenching account of the attack, she told News 18 she was shot 8 times in her upper body by the Taliban in Afghanistan's Ghazni province last year. The Taliban earlier claimed they have relaxed their stance on women's rights.